Israel's Knesset has passed legislation removing diplomatic immunity from the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA, the primary provider of education, healthcare, and aid for millions of Palestinian refugees. The law exposes UNRWA to legal action in Israeli courts and bars Israeli companies from supplying electricity, water, or financial services to its facilities. The legislation also allows Israeli authorities to expropriate 2 UNRWA offices in occupied East Jerusalem. This follows a series of escalatory steps. Earlier this month, Israeli officials stormed UNRWA's compound in occupied East Jerusalem, a UN premises, tearing down the UN flag and replacing it with an Israeli flag. In May, Israeli authorities forced the closure of UNRWA schools in occupied East Jerusalem, depriving hundreds of Palestinian refugee children of access to education. Last year, the Knesset moved to ban UNRWA altogether, a decision that led to the shutdown of schools and medical facilities in refugee camps across occupied East Jerusalem. Israel has accused UNRWA of links to Hamas, allegations the agency strongly denies. While the United Nations says the measures violate international law and Israel's obligations as a UN member state.
The Knesset's decision is clearly political. Israel wants to end the issue of refugees and displacement as if there were no Palestinian problem and no refugees. Furthermore, the attacks on refugee camps in the occupied West Bank are a continuation of the policy.
In a statement, UNRWA Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini called yesterday's vote outrageous, adding, "It's a direct affront to the mandate granting to the agency by the UN General Assembly and contrary to findings of the International Court of Justice, which oblige Israel to fulfill its responsibilities as a UN member state to UNRWA and the broader UN system. And this stands in clear violation of the State of Israel's obligations under international law." Outside UNRWA headquarters in occupied East Jerusalem, the UN says a new Israeli law could cripple its operations here altogether. Israel says it is simply enforcing the law. Palestinians argue the move strikes at the right of return, with millions of refugees ultimately paying the price. Mohammad Al-Kassim, TRT World, occupied East Jerusalem.